Hi everyone. It is. Hold on, I've got something in my throat. A bit of protein bar. Thursday the 23rd of March 2023. Do you know what? I don't really feel up to this walk. I just feel drained, like physically, mentally, like my body's tired, like it's a struggle just moving around. Yesterday the video was a bit longer than what I had to edit it, and I don't know what's in the video because my migraine is just driving me crazy. But I carried on chatting at the boot, but I think I just deleted all that footage. But when I stopped filming, I couldn't find my car key. Now I'm always very careful. I put it straight into my pocket so I can't shut it in the boot, because I don't want the boot to lock itself, because it sometimes does. And I couldn't find it, and then I literally emptied everything out the bag, because there's loads of stuff in that bag. I mean, today it's fuller than normal because I've shoved a hoodie in, I've shoved my waterproof jacket in, and some other random stuff. I couldn't fit everything I wanted in it, to be honest. I've got another towel for the dog because it keeps pouring it down. She's got towels on the back seat which need to go in with her, and this one, if it rains, she'll get wiped with, and that'll get taken in. But couldn't find the key, and I'm like, what have I done with this bloody key? Because I had a migraine, and this is what I mean with my memory loss. I was like, oh my god, like, what have I done with it? Like, have I dropped it? Like, I couldn't understand. Anyway, the stupid idiot that is me put it in my pouch pocket in the hoodie. Now, a lot of my hoodies don't have pouch pockets, do they? No, but I love a pouch pocket in a hoodie, like, because then, like, you can just shove things in it, and that's where I'd put it. But because of then I'd put on a waterproof jacket and zipped it up. But yeah, that's where I put my key yesterday. The walk was really difficult. Like, honestly, my body's just tired, like, and I know it's part to do with the migraine, because it just makes me unwell in general, like just feel all crappy and weak. But I've not had much strength for weeks. I don't know what's going on with me. I still feel like I'm getting over things, and I keep getting sick, and I feel like I've got that flu thing that's going around with, like, I had it because like I said, I had an illness, and then I came down with the flu virus that, like, you can't get rid of. And I'm thinking, is that still going on, like, over a month later? Like, because I keep getting sick for a few days, then I'll start to get better and I'll be okay for a couple of days, then I get sick. I don't know if it's that, don't know if it's anything else. I just can't be bothered with it. I'm over being sick, I'm over having no energy. Like, I've had enough. Like, do you know what I mean? And I have felt worse, so I can't really complain too much. But, like, I feel well for a couple of days, and I feel like crap, and then I feel well, and it's like, just make your mind up. Just be sick or be well. So I did struggle, and then, like, half an hour in, because we came close to the car, and I'm like, I'd love to just get in the car and go home. And that's how I felt. And I was like, I'll just carry on, because I want to give her an hour. Like, I don't want her not to have an hour, because I don't feel great. So we did the hour, but when I got back to the car, I was like, I'm just done. I'm done. Literally get home and, like, no energy, getting next to nothing done. Like, I do a few things in the morning, and I meant to carry on, and I just didn't do that much. And I'm like, I can't carry on like this. I need to get stuff done. I can't feel ill and tired and weak all the time. And obviously it's important that the dog gets a walk. Like, if she don't get a walk, she plays up because she's got too much energy, and she's a husky and the little buggers. And honest to God, like, get a husky and it does take over your life, and you've got to walk them a lot. You've got to give them a lot of mental stimulation. If you don't walk them, they're little shits. Like, honest to God, if she doesn't get enough walking, she is a terror. And then, like, the head pain was worse walking. It did get a little bit better. I think the fresh air helped, but I just didn't feel good. I was like, my coordination's bad when I've got a migraine, so I just kept misstepping, kept almost getting pulled over more than normal, because I just was weaker than normal, and because my balance was off. And I have really good balance, like, I've got amazing balance, but it was just really off, and it made it much more difficult Then I go in this water thing, and I think there's a clip of it from last week where I'm stood in this stream kind of thing with her so she can move around in it a lot. Went in it, and I managed to get water in my wellies. Well, in one, and I felt it straight away and managed to rectify it so more didn't go in. And I'm there like, it's just one of those days. I mean, it only a little bit went in, but you know when you can feel it and it's like on your actual foot because it's gone through 3 pairs of socks. I'm like, oh. And luckily I was like 7 minutes away from the car and it was like coming to the end of the walk, but I was just like, just get me home. And then the headache pain like went down to like maybe, like if it was like a 9 out of 10, because 10 out of 10 is horrific. It was a 9 out of 10 when I got up. When I went out, it was like a 7 out of 10. Then when I was walking, it went to like an 8, but then like it did ease off and go down to a 6 to a 7. Went home and it eased off even more, and it went down to like a 5 out of 10. And I had this phone call. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of this phone call, but I'm not going to speak to this person again. And I'm going to make a phone call about that today, because every time I spoke to them, they're trying to boss me around. They're trying to make me do things that they think I should do. There's things that I've asked them for help for, which their job is actually to help me with things. And they're like, oh, I don't think you need that. I don't understand why you need that. And they're refusing to actually do it, even though it's actually what they're meant to be doing. And they're coming out with things like, they're just interfering in things as well. By the way, it's not the place for anyone who's wondering. I mean, I wouldn't let them interfere. Like, they get told straight. They're not bossing me around. And this is the thing. This person's actually trying to boss me around and control the situation to how they want it to be. And I'm like, no. So I'm going to make a phone call about them today, because I don't want them to contact me again. Because after that phone call, my migraine went from a 5 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. And I'm like, I can't cope with this person. They've literally made that migraine just go up again. And I put up with it for as long as possible, and then I took more pain relief, and it was hours and hours later after those two, the double dose in the morning. And like all night, what the contents of the conversation was just going round and round and round in my head. I'm like, I'm not having someone who's meant to be helping me making me so stressed out that A, it makes my head pain worse when I'm already suffering from the other migraine symptoms, and the head pain's just, I'm actually getting stressed talking about this. It's just, my pain's flaring up again. I mean, by the way, it is bad again today. But all night I was going over like what they were saying to me, and like how they're interfering in things that's nothing to do with them, and like trying to control it. And I'm like, I'm not having a control freak helping me or having any part of my life. I'm not doing it. Like the first time I ever spoke to them, they're like, you're gonna have to have such and such and such and such a day because I'm only available on these 3 days. And I'm like, well, no, because I'm only doing it on this day and I'm not changing it. Well, I need to be there. I'm like, well, you're not, because they don't actually need to be there. They just want to be there because they're just interfering. And I'm like, I'm not having this person interfering. So I'm gonna speak to someone about them and say I don't want to deal with this person. I want someone else. I'm not having someone bossing me around, trying to control the situation, going against what I've been told that I need to get, and they're meant to help me get. And they're like, no, I don't think you're eligible for that. I'm not happy with that. I want to speak to this person who told you to do that. And I'm like, I contacted that person straight away, to be honest, and like so the situation, but that phone call's bothered me so much. It's just been going round and round in my head. So when I get home, I need to make a phone call about them, because I'm not having it. Like, I don't need someone in my life who's meant to help me, control the situation, control what I can and can't have, waste time because what I needed doing like immediately, and now they're wasting time. So I'm not having a control freak involved in my life. I'm not. Like, I've had enough control in my life of people who like have controlled my life and stopped me from going out. I'm not having it anymore. Like, go away. Like, go, do you know what I mean? So I had that, and then managed to like get the migraine pain down a little bit last night to maybe a 6 out of 10, but I still had all the other symptoms. I'm just weak, and I just can't be bothered with anything anymore. Do you know what I mean? I just can't. Woke up with a migraine, and I'm like, think I woke up when it was a 9 out of 10, and I'm like, I'm done with this. Like, go away. Like, who wants a bloody migraine? So painkillers, less than an hour later, I doubled it. I was like, I can't deal with this. I had the double dose, like the second dose, like 3.5 hours ago, and the pain's probably a 6.5 out of 10, and 6.5 out of 10 is bad. Like, and I don't know if it hurts more when I walk, because I've not really walked, so I don't know yet. I've had enough. Like, I don't need this head pain on top of everything else, and I know it's a stress one based on it getting worse when that person stressed me out. So I don't even want to do this walk. I'm tired. Keeps pouring it down. The sun's out now, but you know, what's it going to do on the walk? Who knows? I don't know. And I know I'm moaning, but I'm fed up. I've drank loads and now I need a wee again. The weather is saying 90% chance of rain. Humidity 82%. Feels like 7. All I've got on under this is a t-shirt. I've got my normal everyday coat on because I didn't want that big heavy one on, even though it goes down further and keeps me warmer. But I can't win. I'm either going to be too hot, too cold, or, you know, I'm never going to be like the right temperature. And I quite badly need a wee. Do you know what I've had? I've had a cup of tea, I had a cup of coffee because, like I said, caffeine helps. I had a Diet Coke, a small bottle of orange Lucozade, and probably half of this, and I need a wee. And I stopped drinking my drink at like 11:30, like a couple of hours ago, and I need a wee. I'm literally going on this walk quite late for me recently, and I'm gonna have to get out. I don't know where I'm gonna put all this stuff, you know. I basically bought the hoodie in case I get out and it's too cold for me to cope with. Let me just put that there. And I bought the waterproof jacket because if I get absolutely soaking wet and I don't want to keep this coat on, I basically bought the waterproof jacket to put on afterwards, like to drive home in, because if it's raining I'll still want something to keep me dry, if that makes sense. I want to be on this walk in about 4 minutes, and then that's really pushing it to get back at a time that I'm comfortable going home in at. So, and I'm going to have to put a baseball cap on, even though this... Hello puppy pie. Oh god, she's like, hurry up, I want to go out, stop talking. So yeah, I've just got like jeans on, a short sleeve t-shirt because I don't want to be too hot. This coat should keep me warm anyway. Actually, before I start doing everything, I need to put everything in my pockets that I'm going to need. What's sticking in there? Poo bags and stuff, because there's nothing in my pockets at the moment. Poo bag. I might should put a pair of gloves in because it's quite breezy. I can find that. Yeah. Pair of gloves. Right, that's everything in that pocket. Do you know what annoyed me about my dad? He went out this morning, got the lead wet through, and then put it on the radiator, so I've just picked it up and it's soaking wet through. So I've got to walk with a soaking wet through lead because of him. Now if I go out with her, I try it.